morning and good afternoon. How are you all? Welcome to the UK studios here, the home of Stamps by Me. Now, these shows are for HSN girlies and guys and HSN girlies and guys only. So if you are here, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I'm super excited. This is number 1. So what's the purpose of me being here? Well, it's a long story, really. How long have you got? So basically, I have decided to go live on Tuesdays, 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Eastern time to showcase my lovely products further in depth for you all. So you all buy them from HSN, you all love them and support me, which is wonderful. But I feel like I don't get enough time to showcase my amazing product, and that's no fault of HSN. It is what it is, right? So listen, I love inspiration. I love my product so much, so we're going to craft together. So the whole purpose of these shows is, if you have purchased products from HSN, brilliant. Let's craft together. If you haven't and you like them, they're available on HSN. So all of the products that I do use will be available if you do like them. But if you've purchased them, you can dig them out and we can craft along together. Now, do get your requests in, because I am going to try and go live every Tuesday for you all. It's not a given. Sometimes I'm in the States for HSN, and sometimes we've got commitments here in the UK. But whilst I am here, and whilst I am very keen to showcase my brand every Tuesday, so please come along and say hello. We'll do some dedicated shout outs as well. We've got Crafty Cat cards. Hello, everyone from Pittsburgh. What a wonderful surprise. I don't realise Tony was going live this afternoon. Well, that's a nice Brucey bonus for you, isn't it? Yes, so that is the plan, guys. Hopefully you'll love the shows enough to come and say hello. We'll do some shout outs. We'll find out where you're all from. And also, some of our UK followers might join in the shows as well, because they may have some of the products, which means you get to make crafty friends all over the world. And Tim's here and he's got me all set up. Now, I'm just going to check my overhead before he disappears, guys, and then we'll get straight into the show and we'll do some shout outs. I have all of you. There we go. Whoop, whoop. It's fine. Thank you. Ta-da! So we've got some. That's too far away and I'm getting old and can't see, so I'm using this. No, it's fine, honestly. So let's do some shout outs. Thank you so much for coming for my first show, guys. I'm not nervous at all. No, honestly, I'm not nervous. This is my UK studio. This is the home of Stamps by Me. And this is where I get to just be me, take my time, have some fun, answer any crafty questions or anything you want to ask, really. And you can get your requests in for things that you might want to see moving forwards. You can ask questions about product. If you're having problems with something that might be a little bit conceptual and you want a little bit more help and guidance, of course, you can ask those questions too, but it would be lovely to have your company. So if you are here, I appreciate you. And if you are here and you do have crafty friends in groups, maybe you would like to share the live even further than it's actually being sent out now. Now, it is actually going into Suzanne's page as well on HSN. So that's wonderful as well. So if you know any friends that are on that page too, you might want to give them a nudge and let them know that we're actually live. And we're just going to have the most amazing hour or so together. Now, we are going to be working with Holly and Berry. So if you have that product, dig it out. I have no idea what we're going to craft or how we're going to craft or what even we're going to do. I'm just a giddy keeper, and I'm happy that we're going to be given the time just to chill the beans, have some fun, and give you crafty updates about HSN. So probably sometimes when you've asked questions in other pages, and on Facebook, they don't get answered because life is busy, right? We're all busy people. And sometimes the questions get missed. So the Tuesdays are going to give the opportunity to ask me any questions, share frustrations too, as long as it's kind. Frustrations, so we can iron things out, or share happiness, or share anything you want to share, really. Listen, I've been at this for 15 years now. My UK following is huge and I have the most amazing community. But what I want to do is I want to bring you all together, because craft is a safe space for lots and lots of people. And The people that are involved in craft are just happy, kind people, and that's my world. So I'm bringing you into my world, you're bringing me into your world, and we're going to have a lovely, lovely time. Now, let me just ping back and let's do a crafty shout out. Now, it would be nice if you tell me where you are in the world, because I know Suzanne does that, and you all absolutely love it. And Suzanne's absolutely mega. We love her, don't we? So if you let me know where you are in the world, that would be awesome. If you put like initials, please forgive me because I've no idea whereabouts that is in the world. I've got one here. Hello from North Carolina, SF Bay area. So I'm sure you guys get it. I don't. But I will do my best to try and say what everybody's doing. So I've got Dawn on. I think Tony is going to be working with Christmas papers today. That is very true. And I'll show you them in a second. So we've got Lisa on. We've got SMH cards. We've got Jean Marie. Hi from New York. Hi, sweetheart. Lovely to have you here. We have the lovely Kathy here. Kathy is a big Stamps by Me fan already. Thank you, Kathy. She got some bargains this morning. We've got Marilyn on. We've got Carol Garwood Beard. Hi everyone from South Dakota. Woo woo! Oh, it's amazing. I'm getting all embarrassed. I don't even know why I'm in my own UK studio. Why am I getting embarrassed? What a plonker. We've got Crafty Cat cards. Everyone, hello everyone from Pittsburgh. Lovely surprise to see you, Tony. We have Seal. Hi, my crafty friends, viewing from Pennsylvania. That is awesome. So we've got C. Fiona. Hi from Olympia, Washington. We have Marley Kins from India. I'm sorry, I will get used to all your names. Every time you come, honestly, I'll be punching your names out. I know my regulars, so it will come in time. Just you know, let's get through the first one without any blood, sweat or tears. Right, we have Love Blue Jays from Missouri. Hi, sweetheart, I hope you're well. SMH, sunny Indiana. We've got, let's keep going. Oh, if I miss, I do apologise. Now, there's a couple of things that really help me out, guys. We've got Dawn on from Hot Carolina. There's a couple of things that help me out, guys, when we do these lives. Because there's lots of questions and everybody's talking and saying hello to the friends, and that's cool. But if you have a question, if you put Q, and then your question, it just pops out at me a little bit better that you've got a question that you want to ask. Sometimes it can just end up rocking right up the feed. But if it does that, just copy and paste it back in, and I'm sure as I look and glance over, we'll pick up that question, okay? It just helps stand out a little bit in my eyeballs, because when there's a lot on here, it's really hard to sort of like stay on track with it, particularly when there's lots of you on, which there absolutely is this evening, so I'm delighted. I'm getting all embarrassed. I have no idea why. So let's have a look, see if there's any more. We've got Emily Leedham viewing from Colorado. We've got Peggy from Alabama, Brenda Poshman from Florida. Whoop, whoop. We've got Kathy Hayes, Preston in Lancashire. We've got Denise. I heard you texting to HSN. Yes, my lovely following did. We've got Angela from Minnie, Florida. Right, I'm not going to go into everybody's names, but if you want a dedicated shout out, if you've got something special going on, it's somebody's birthday, or you want to wish somebody a happy surprise of some form, let me know and I will do that, okay? Because listen, it's all about the crafting, and I love to talk to you, all right, but we need to get dived straight in. I don't want to waste 20 minutes of my show saying where you're all from, because people are seeing it anyway, and some of you are responding to one another, which is awesome as well. So let's crack on. Is everyone good? Now, the products that we're going to be showcasing today are on HSN, of course. So these are the items. So it's the Holly and Berry. Now, I do have the code if you like what you see. So I'll pop that on screen as well, just on my little post-it note here. So here we go. So this is the code if you like what you see. But if you already have this amazing bundle, let's quickly talk through it and then let's get crafty. So in this, it's so much value, really. So in Holly and Berry, we have the 7x7, 12 designs, 24 pages, 200 GSM, and it's that beautiful 7x7, correct? 7x7 paper. Now, it's totally uncoated, guys. And there's no shine at all. So what that means is there's no fingerprints, you don't get any marks, you can heat emboss onto it, you can put it through your embossing folders, it will carry a little bit of water too. So if you're wanting to add extra colour on top of. Now this is my pad and there are a few sheets missing because this is the one that I took to HSN, but I think you get the idea. So you'll get this 7x7, you will get this 7x7, which is like the lovely grained veins in leaves and things like that. And the reason why I always put a breaker in is because for fillers, we don't really want the really busy paper, guys. We want some breakers which have a little bit of texture, but not tons of decoration and things like that. So you have your breaker papers. You'll soon get into the habit of knowing what I mean. So patterns, breakers. Then we have your holly and berry printed mounts. Now these are a little bit thicker. So these are more like postcards, okay? So what that means is these will go straight onto the front of a card with one sentiment. I'll show you some samples in a second. And you can just be creative straight away. Really fast card making if you want to just add some sparkles to maybe the wine in the glass there or to the berries, and you've really got on-the-go cards. So let me just show you some of these incredible pictures. Now, it's not a choice of, this code is for everything I'm going to show you, and I haven't finished yet, okay? So we have the trees, you have the lovely stag as well. Then you've got some like opulent florals and the poinsettia in a cream formation there. Storytelling, we love a good story. Oh, look at him. It's nice to see not the classic red, isn't it, and more of a vintage, oldie worldy. Then some plainer ones, then a lovely bird. I think I've done all of those. Like I say, these ones are mixed up because they're mine from HSN. So you're going to get your painted mounts. You're also going to get your pre-printed words. So if you like thinking, I want to make a fast card, can't be bothered to get me ink out, you just cut these up, put them in your guillotine, cut them up, use your scissors, whatever it may be. I think you might get more than one sheet in that. And then you get 2 die sets, which I'm going to definitely use in this demo. So we have the foliage, and then you have your like layering flowers, but they look beautiful flat or they look beautiful 3D. Now you're probably thinking, I get it now, because look, the flowers and the florals, we've got the greens for the florals to make them look real. Then we have the deep reds for your poinsettias. See how it all just works? You have a lighter tone. And then you've got a variation in greens, but also that lovely cream one we saw in this painted mount collection. Look at this here. Absolutely stunning, guys. Absolutely stunning. So the whole collection really does work. It works so beautifully. So 2 7x7s, 1 painted mount, 1 pre-printed sheets, and 2 die sets, which the value. Now, if you want to have a look at the product, I have put the code. I'll leave the code in shot there, so you're not asking all over and over, because I'll forget to tell you guys. So we'll leave that there. And let me show you some samples. Love this set, says Dawn. Thank you so much, Dawn. That's really kind. So let's just move all this to one side and let me show you some amazing samples, and then we'll get straight into some demos. I'll try and do a variation of demos every time I go live, but if you have something from HSN or there's something on the HSN website that you're thinking about purchasing, all you need to do is just pop a request in, and if I get a few people ask the same one, what I'll do is on the Tuesday, I'll pick it up the following week and we'll try and be creative with that item. Obviously, time permitting, but it is really to showcase all of the items that are on HSN for you all, really get stuck into the bones of them, because 5 minutes is just not enough for me to tell you why I've done what I've done, show you samples, do a demo, and show you the value, basically. So I'm going to absolutely love my Tuesdays with you. I know I am. I just know I am. So let's have a look at some of the amazing samples. Who's actually got this one? I think a lot of you, well, it sold about 2,000 when I was at HSN. I'm not sure how many are left, but so I know a lot of you have them in your homes. So let's have a look. So here we go. So this is the paper, and then the design team have just fussy cut the wine glass and 3D'd it on top, look, with some pads behind there, so you can 3D. These words are also available on HSN. They're the words with the interchanging brooches as well. And this is what I was saying about the lovely mounts. Look at that. That is just one of the mounts, okay, with a string. You've all got ribbon in your stash, right? Crafty Cat, question. I need a whole pad of just the greens. I really love the green for the leaves. Oh, bless you. So look here. So that's the miniature little one. So this is a smaller card, guys, because I know that you guys make smaller cards. So let's see what size this is. Just above 6 and just below 5. So you can see that the florals, I've really brought the size down. I've still given you the bigger ones, but I've really brought the size down as well to get onto those smaller cards. The bird. Oh, these are my new Christmas set this year. Really? Look at that. May the miracle of Christmas fill your heart with wonder and joy. If you fussy cut the birds. So I know that we're all different as card makers, so I'm hoping that the variation is enough for you to see. This particular Christmas collection has to be my best collection to date. We've launched this about 3 times. So that's the joy. That's also on HSN with the brooch there. And the lovely back in there. And then another one of the mounts, Hope, and then one of the brooches there. This is the one I think I demoed where I put lots of sparkle on the leaves with like a glitter glue, you know, nothing fancy, just like one of the glitter glues. And then I cut it out and just sort of like built them up. Did I do this one? I think I did this one. And then here we go, look at this one. So this is the big flowers, just inked up in a red watercolour. The wine glass in the back, a big word, and then just a little bit more fussy cutting there. So what do we all think? Do we like? Hopefully you like it. Now, I've picked this one purposely for my first show simply because we are running out of time, aren't we, with Christmas stuff? And we've already launched it. So hopefully if you got it and it's sat on side and you're like, I've got plenty of time to do those cards, they can wait. Because let me tell you, they'll be up. You'll be like 10 days before, you'll be like, I've got all my Christmas cards to make. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to die cut some of these amazing flowers and some foliage with the papers that come in the collection. And I think I might build a montage. I might do 2 cards, actually. We'll see how we go. Now, I'm going to grab my breaker papers because they're just blooming brilliant. Workhorse. A little workhorse paper pad here. So I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to do the light flower. Shall we do the dark green or the light? We could do both. Shall we do both? So let's get a cutter. So I'm going to take 2. I'm going to take this one and this one. Now, whilst I'm cutting into this, guys, I'm just going to cut them in half so I hate waste. You're almost done with your Christmas cards, are you? SMH cards, really? Well, that is very, very organised, I have to say. So whilst I'm just cutting this and get my die cutting machine for some of the lovely greens, I just wanted to give you some other updates. So, you know, when we did our product preview, when there was about 6 items that I said I wasn't willing to let you all buy until I was absolutely certain that the stock had arrived and clear customs. The great news, guys, it has now cleared customs and hopefully it will be available next week. So keep your eye on the website. I'm live with you next Tuesday as well. So hopefully on the Tuesday, I'll be able to give you it might already be live by then on the Tuesday, but if it isn't, next Tuesday I'll be able to give you a definitive time for one of the days that following week as well. So super exciting. So I've got Wickedly Stylish, Boo Buddies, all the ones you're all waiting for. I know some of you are really waiting for those updates, so that is very exciting. So let's get the dies. I'm using the layering bauble, says Louise. And General Chestnut. Blooming heck, you are all busy. More organised than me, then, Ayers. So get your questions in if you've got any questions. Found you, so happy. I have the perfect pine cones bundle. The 5x7 toppers are divine. I hope you continue to carry them so I can reorder them when they are all used. Pat, definitely. There's a few of you on. I didn't expect as many people to come along. So let's get our die cutting machine and let's cut some of this lovely greenery. Now, you don't have to go and match as well because you see the colours in here. These are all dipped colours from all of your papers. So the paper pad, it all coordinates beautifully. The greens, the blues, the teals, the creams have all been dipped. When I say dipped, graphically designed, dipped from here to make sure that no matter how you put them together, it's going to match, okay? It's going to match. You're not going to have a warm and a cool or a silly colour clash. It will absolutely work. So let's put our papers and let's cut some green. So I'm going to put, let's put a dark, see if we can get them all on one plate-ish, maybe, she says. Let's pop them on there and let's cut some of this greenery. Now, what I like about the green is it's snippable. So you can snip them into, make them shorter, have one leaf if you want to, you know, just cut that one off there. So total snipping into. Kathy, question, will shipping be $7.50 when you are? Kathy, I don't think, I don't know what it is regularly, darling. So, but if that's a special that they have on the craft event, probably not. They're not just going to do it for me. No, I would say not, darling. I wouldn't say not. It would be nice, but I'm not that important yet. So let's cut some more of these. So I'm going to basically fill the whole sheet like so. Let's use them all, hey? And then what we don't use, we just put into a little bag or a little topper, into a little like cello bag or something. And then we save them for our next card, right? Make sure they're all on the plate there. So let's run this one through. So we've got plenty of greenery. Louise says, I have the skate dies papers, goodie box a few months ago. Haven't used anything yet. Ooh, come on. If you enjoy the show, please let me know in the group if you enjoy the show. So that's the green. Let's, it's all die cut beauty. I don't know if you can see that there, but I will pull them off the plate and show you. So die cut beautifully off there. So just pop this out. Oopsie daisy. Like so, and then we'll pop the pieces out so you can see. I mean, come on. See how realistic they look. And then if you sort of like take them a little bit and give them a bit of a nip, they really do get a little bit of life brought into them there. So they're not just flat and, you know, boring. We can really be creative. And these are perfectly sized, so you can put little red gems on there. We might actually do that too. So we've got some nice red to go through there as well. Loving the leaves. They're so pretty. So pretty. And these leaf ones can be built in with any flower dies that you may have from another lovely brand too. So we've got these littler ones as well. So you could cut a few of those. We've also got these where the centres come out, like create little legs and veins. You can leave them in, but when you take them out, that's how they look there, like that as well. Oh, thanks for whoever's giving HSN numbers. That's so kind. Yeah, there are the brooches with the interchanging, the words with the interchanging brooches. You get like a tree, a couple, a flower, a butterfly, and they all sit in the O's of all of the words. So you have joy, wonderful, really lovely. We might pick up on those next week, maybe, if there's any left. I'll have to check the numbers. Or else I'll be getting in bother. So let's move these out of the way and let's cut some flowers too. So on the sheet, 1, 2, 3, you have five. So the ones that you saw on that little miniature card was these ones here. And then the bigger ones are here. So it's personal preference, what size. You could just do one maybe in the centre as a big focal, or like a corner in the smaller ones. Here's the little centre here, you know, with the little sticky up legs if you want to, or you can do it completely flat. So I'm just going to cut them all, and then I like to cut everything, guys, because then I can decide. Once I've cut it and then I've got it all out, I can't be bothered then to grab more and go back and start cutting again. So I just cut every single die, and then if I use it, I use it. If I don't, it'll go in a little cello bag for another card. So I'm going to use this lovely like cream, and if you notice, it's got like a crackle effect in there, which is really going to stop these flowers from being completely flat. So let me just cut this down. Question, are there new brooches coming? Yes, there are some new brooches coming for the centres of your O's. So once you buy the words, there's new designs. So let's get these on here, look. So I've got the big one. Holly and Berry, you've nearly used them all. Oh, my neck. What are you doing, eating them? Get them all on. And as well, if you've got a little bit of space, like I've got a bit of space down here, it's a bit of a waste, isn't it? I'm going to grab some of my foliage as well, because it'd be nice to have some. Look, no waste. No waste is good news. So let's do those as well. So let's cut these. I'll just move these down my plate a little bit. There we go. Move that out of the way. And we'll run this one through. I'm surprised there's any available on H. Tony's items are so good. Well, honestly, guys, this is one of the reasons why I really want to do Tuesdays. One, I love to create anyway, as you all know. But two, I don't get the opportunity to show you how much time, effort and thought goes into. I know I'm on HSN and probably a lot of you look at me and think she must be huge. I am huge in the UK. I've been at it for 15 years. I'm one of the top brands in the UK. But HSN is a new beast and I have to earn my stripes, although I have been there nearly 5 years. So I'm taking this opportunity myself, I'm seizing the initiative and I'm just going to do it myself and just show you. And then you all can get to know me, trust the brand, trust the product as well. And just know that, you know, I am who I say I am and my products are blooming brilliant. If anyone asks, I'm brilliant. And I'll pay you all later. Right, let's just pop these out, guys. So I've got some nice cream ones as well to complement. So if you're a bit of a clean and simple card maker as well, don't be afraid. You know, cream on white card looks awesome. Looks awesome. So I know we'll have lots of different styles of card makers and crafters in the group as well. So let me know what style of craft you like. I always like to know what type of craft everybody likes as well, because we're not all the same. But that's what's cool about it, isn't it? We all like different things. I've got my green. You know, we could throw a splash of red in there as well, but I'm not gonna, because I'm gonna maybe use one of the pattern papers and bring that red into, let me just tidy this up before it all falls over. There we go. Right, try and keep a tidy gate. She says, try and keep a tidy gate. Right, let's have a think about what we're going to do. I'm going to try and do a couple of cards. We'll see. So let's bring these into play here. So this is where the cards just simply begin to come together themselves. So I like to just sort of like give them a nip and a tuck here. But if you have like blending ink and you want to just add a little bit more dimension and just like make them maybe a little bit more vintage, of course, you can absolutely do that too. Listen, it's your card. There is no rule book. It's a piece of paper. If you're happy when you're crafting, that is all that matters. I just love your thing, says Carol. Oh, so kind. Thank you so much. Going all red now. Moving on. Right, so we've got some minis. So, of course, we can look here, you can stack and offset, which is cool. Quite a generic flower, really, but it's absolutely down to how you might want to put it on a card, how you want to do your composition and things like that. So I'm going to go with let's have a look. Is this 5x7? Let's have a look here. 5x7. And I know that some of you do 4 1/4 by 5.5, so I will always bear that in mind as well. But if you like square cards as well, you must let me know, because, listen, I'm learning as much as you guys are. And I'm going to pick one of the mounts. Pretty super simple card, this one, guys. So if you look, what I would do is get your card like so, pop it on, and then maybe get the flower. And how are you thinking about that? Bird is awesome, isn't it? I'm going to do a bird. I'm not even going to look at anything else. The bird has spoken. So let's cut the bird down. So I'm just going to pop it on here like so. I'm just going to put a finger mark because I don't measure. I just do everything by eye. Tracy says, it is great to have a demonstrate and talk about your products at greater length. Thank you for doing Tuesdays. I will have this on my calendar. Oh, thanks, Tracy. It is nice, isn't it? It's been a long time coming, though, guys. I've just been waiting for the moment. It's the only way to sort of like progress me as a brand as well and really showcase my products, really. And I do it all the time here in the UK, so I don't know why it would be any different for our lovely ladies in America. And guys as well, because there's guys as well, right? Right, so what I like to do with mine is, if you're not like into lots of mats and layers, like if you want to put a gold mat and layer around, like say for example this one with the gold mat and layer, if you're not into like lots of layers, what I like to do, particularly with vintage cards, is I like to just take a black ink pad and I like to just edge. And what it does is it makes it just stand a little bit prouder off the cardstock. So just take your ink pad and angle it just slightly. You can't really make a mistake. So it's just getting rid of that like white edge there. Tilt your ink pad in. And then what happens is it just stops your artwork disappearing into the card blank itself. Watch what happens now. Can we see that? Can you see that now? You just see that black edge just makes it pop without any further weight or any more mat and layers on there. That's why I like this type of technique. Now let's get some glue. Glue or tape, whatever your preference is. I'll just unblock mine. 5x7 cards are what I make more of. Okay. Well, I'll try and keep it varied. I don't want to get in bother on my first few shows. When you all get to know me, you can beat me up, but until then, you can't beat me up yet, all right? So, look at that blockage, blooming heck. So, let's get this on here. We are lucky to have Tony. I'm sure my son wouldn't say that. Barking at him all the time. No, I'm joking. So we stick that down. I've just put some wet glue under there. It is preference. I don't know if some of you use tape pens or... So let that grab. Benzine, Tony and Tim, hi all. I think these Tuesday shows are such a great thing you are doing and very much appreciated. Love this beautiful set as well as all of your other products. Benzine, so kind. Benzine's one of our regular followers. Thank you, Benzine. So that stuck nicely. So what are we going to do? Are we going to keep the flowers super duper like, or do it? You could vintage them up. So if you've got like, let me just see if I've got one, a vintage ink pad. Oh, I have. I've got these ones here. So if you've got anything like maybe some brownie coloured ink pads, you could, of course, just add a touch of colour to the edges just to sort of like lift it a little bit, stop it from looking a little bit flat. but it's not a necessity. If you are a clean and simple card maker, then you might want to skip this. It is total personal preference, really. But I'm not going to go the big flower because I think, oh, maybe. Let's get some colour on. So let's pick a colour that's similar to, I think we'll go with maybe a warmer one. Let's try. Yep, let's go with this one. So for anybody that uses these inks, brushed corduroy, okay? That's the one I'm going to use. Pat Capri says, I love the idea of these Tuesday shows. It's great to see full demos of your products. I have an alarm set for every Tuesday. Pat, don't put me under pressure. I'm going to be here as often as I can. Well, every Tuesday. Let's just say every Tuesday. And if it doesn't happen for whatever reason, I will let you know. But as it stands, every Tuesday. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some ink on a blending brush here. And I like to start on the edge and then just tap. I don't want it to be like too vintage. I want it still to stand like clean and crisp. So if you look now, just got that little bit of a tinge on the tips there. And then the next one down, a little bit on here. And I'm not going heavy, just so it just gives it a little bit of a point of difference. It's already got that cracked detailing, which is blooming awesome. Really stands nice. And then we've got a little mini that goes in there, haven't we? Now, let's do the mini as well. I'm breaking you all in easy here, guys. Normally, we've got everything going on. I'm being super refined this evening, just for you, just for you. Oh, we do some really in-depth demos where all of you forget to have your tea. Like, oh. Right, so what we'll do is, let's see what it looks like on here. So we start a bit of formation. Now I'll probably do this one. Always place them and then see where it's going. Then we've got a little mini here. We could actually put the little mini up here. And we've got another little mini here. So let's just add a bit of colour to the ends of here. Like so. Then we could probably put the little mini in there. So just place it first, and then you've got all of your beautiful greenery, right? Which I'm thinking this greenery looks better than this greenery on here. Can you see? I'll just show you there. This one's a bit bright. This one's got the warm undertone like the blue in the bird. So I'm going to stick with the greenery that matches. And as I said before about the snippability, because that's quite a long one, isn't it? You can sort of like snap them off and build them in. But first of all, I'm going to see where I'm going to put them all first. I've got that down there. Maybe him up there. Oopsie daisy, let's just get rid of that for now. Come out, you. So I'll make them smaller. They won't obviously all be all over the card there. And then I've got my centre for my big one here. Like so. But before I stick anything, and that's not how it's going to look, guys, I'm going to grab the pre-printed words, the smallest one. So you've got a variation in sizes here, look. So we've got Warm Wishes Christmas, you've got some long thin ones, then we've got some blocky ones as focal points. So let's just grab our scissors here. I think these look great with a craft card. They do, don't they? They really just pop. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to go with Warm Wishes. I'm just going to take my scissors, cut it out. Super easy. You can cut it with a guillotine, of course, but personal preference, whatever you do, you. So I've got Warm Wishes, and then what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to try and sort of vintage it up. So I'm going to take my scissors, tighten them up a little bit here, put them on the side, and I'm just going to sort of like whisk the edges a little bit. So it looks a bit oldie-worldy. Not too much. And then the ink pad that we used for the flowers, this one, I'm just going to take a little bit of that ink there, and I'm just going to add a bit to the edge. So it looks a bit like rag paper. Is that what it's called, where it's oldie-worldy paper? like so. Can we see now? Just stops it just being from like sterile flat to something a little bit more interesting. But of course, if you are a clean and simple card maker, I need to keep saying that because some of you do like clean and crisp, and I understand that. So let's get this together. So let's build the flower. So let's put this one inside this one. Oh, not with a ton of glue. Now, if you want to do your flower smaller, you've got that lovely variation in size as well. So you pick the size that's going to work for your particular card that you're making. Marla, this is the code, sweetheart, on HSN. I don't think there's a dash in. I just think you put the whole code in, though, darling. It's unbelievably hot in Texas. I'm trying to do fall craft to get in the mood. Oh, my gosh. So we've got that one. Then we've got this one. Let's build this one. Hold that in place while that grabs. Cheryl says, hi all, where is the free ship code on HSN? Just checked and not finding it. What does that mean? Free ship? I don't think there is any free shipping, sweetheart. Oh, I don't know. I don't think there's free shipping. Oh, unlimited free shipping, says Shannon. Can somebody help Cheryl out, guys? If anybody can see it, is there a code or? Oh, Mo's put a code in for you there, guys. Yeah, that's right. Well done. Thanks, guys. Thanks for helping me out. So what we're going to do, I'll leave that code in shot just to help you out there, guys. And then what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to lift those up a little bit. Now, these go completely flat. So if you are a flat card maker, sounds weird, does it? If you are a flat card maker, of course, just flatten them down, then they can lift them back up. So just going to see where I'm going to put everything first. Bit heavy, that. Need to take that out of there. Come on out. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Not too heavy, and then we'll put maybe a baby one in there. So let's get them stuck down. So we'll stick him down first. If you've got twine in your stash and things like that, that looks awesome with this particular set. Pop a little one up there. In fact, we'll probably put him right under there because that's a big one. So, like so. You could just use one flower, guys. That looks quite pretty, doesn't it? But again, I'm sure you'll find the best thing that's going to look right for you. Let's put one down here. Maybe this one. Yeah, I'm going to just snip into this. I'm just going to get rid of that bit, cut it off. Let's put a baby one on, because not everything needs to be like in your face, just maybe a little accent. Just tuck his little leg under there. He's there, look, can you see him? There we go. And then maybe a little leg under here. Get rid of him. Oh, made a Christmas cards last year with this. Like so. And then this one is the centre on here. Now, if you do have the pretty gems and the patience, the gems look gorgeous, little like sparkly gems. Put him on there like that. And then we'll put a gem in there as well. And then with this one, now you could do like a little bit of a scroll, like, you know, with the hump underneath. Let's have a look. So just manipulate it a little bit. and then put glue under both sides. So you've got like a banner-esque coming out the side. So let's just pop him. So I'm just going to pop glue on this little tail here and a little bit on this little tail here. And then we'll tuck him in. And then I'll just hold him down there, just with my little tweezers there, just so it'll grab. I don't think there's free shipping. I don't know. A lady did mention it, but I don't think they're going to put free shipping on just for me, to be honest, guys. So, to be honest, though, guys, the products themselves are so affordable for what you get. So then we've got our lovely centre. Look at that. That looks cute, doesn't it? Make sure it's stuck. You could put a little pad under there if you wanted to sort of like stabilise it, but I'm good to go with that. And then I'm just going to grab my cute little gems box. So you've all got fancy gems, right? Let's just pop this on here. And let's see if we can find a colour that's going to complement. Let's bring them in here. And then we can put some gems on the little legs and a gem in the centre there. I've got a nice green, and that's not good. Sequins. Too much. The white, let's go with these. Always a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So then we'll just get a few of these. Ellen, hello from Poconos, Pennsylvania. I would love to see lamination, the wolf, the bear, the stag. Elaine, okay, I will add it to the list, of course. So I will always post a few days in the social media page and give an indication of what I'm going to focus on. However, if I feel like some of the items on HSN I can build in with, so maybe we could touch on 2 items at the same time, then I'll do that. But just seeing as we're starting out, I don't want to overwhelm you and I don't want to get flustered on my first show. So we're taking it steady today, guys. So let's just put a little bit of glue in the centre of there, tiny bit, and then I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on each one of the flower legs, and maybe one in the centre too, why not? And then we'll stick some of these lovely gems. And then this is what's just going to add the elevation, little bit of sparkle. Now I just made this card in how long? I know I'm talking like, doing a lot of talking by the way, but quite fast cards. So you've got one of your mounts. I cut those flowers, didn't we? Could add some sparkle to the bird if you wanted to make it more Christmassy. It's so nice to demo from like start to finish as well. I hope you like that too, because sometimes when we do live shows, we have to do a lot of prep beforehand, and like you don't get to see when mistakes are happening or when things go wrong or when things go absolutely amazingly as well. You don't really get to see it when you have to do the prep before. So with these shows, I intend to sort of like do everything from beginning to end. And keep it all creative. Because not everybody knows how to use die cut flowers, maybe, I don't know. Oh, Carol, the new products, I just touched on that, sweetheart. I'm hoping to have them live next week. As soon as I know, you will know. So here we go. So when that white glue dries clear, you just have the most beautiful, simplistic card that's got foliage tucked in. Now, of course, if I'd have had more foliage, I mean, you can integrate the other tones of green as well and really go to town and, you know, elevate it further if you want to. But I'm going to keep that one quite clean and simple. What do we think to that one? No, it's not in customs now, darling. It's been released from customs. It's now down to myself, Tim and HSN to get them put on for you. Get them loaded. And I don't want to put HSN under pressure because they're under a lot of pressure. So you're just going to have to be patient. So that is that card. Shall we do another? Wow, that's gorgeous. Ooh, I'm glad you like it. Shall we do a little bit of another one, but maybe not use the paper? Is that hard? It's going to be hard not to use the paper, isn't it? But anyway, let's do a little bit of another card. Love that card, says Seal. Thank you so much. Kay Hayes, gorgeous. Elaine, gorgeous, Tony. Thanks. I mean, it's really basic, really, but it's quite an impactful card, I would suggest. Right, so let's turn this collection on its backside and let's create something like you would never normally create, okay? Let's play around with a little bit of ink. Look at you all now. You're all panicking, aren't you? Yeah, I thought you might be. Listen, you're here for Tuesdays. It's not just all posh papers. We like to faff. So let's do a card that's complementing the one we've just made with those lovely tealy blues with some ink and bring something together that way. I've still got lots of these lovely die cuts here, so we could maybe use some of those. So this time we'll use a white card, top folding note card. Let's see what size this is. Again, this is 5 by 7. I'm going to put a piece of craft on this one, a craft mat and layer. So I'm just going to pop this on here like this. This will be a super quick card, guys. Like this. I always mark it with my finger, as you can see. And let's cut this one. Peggy, my credit card is being patient. Bless your heart. So that's our mat and layer look. So that's that. And then I want to work on some white. Let's just make sure that fits. My eyes are not great these days. And then I'm going to cut a piece of white. I've got some white. Let me just grab a piece of white. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to grab a piece of white. And let's cut a piece of white down. Everything new makes gorgeous, Tony. Listen, you've been here before when I have made a hash. Honestly, some at cards that mind you, I would say 80% of the time I recover it. 10% of the time I'm like, guys, help me out. What am I doing wrong? I tried to make one of those like easel freestanding cards and I'd done hundreds and hundreds of them on TV. And I came to do it in studio and I just couldn't work it out. And all my lovely ladies were like, Tony, turn it right, cut it here, score it there. And I was like, it's not, why is it not working? Oh, honestly. And they all pull my leg as well, by the way. They do. What's in the box? We'll not even talk about that. Let's just get into our regular Tuesdays and then I'll start telling you the stories about what my customers have done to me in the past to wind me up. They've got me good. They got me good, I'm telling you. Now, let's just get rid of that for now. So, we're going to change it totally up. We're going to step away from pretty papers and we're going to use a bit of ink and have some fun. So, I have white card blank, a piece of craft, and I've got another piece of white that hopefully fits nicely in there, which it does. And then I'm going to grab an acrylic block. Okay, and we're going to do a little bit of inky technique on here. I'm going to take my acrylic block. Let's move you out of the way. Let's grab an ink pad. So I think we'll go tealsy because the teals in this paper pad are wonderful. And I'm going to take the ink pad and I'm just going to ink up the block just a little bit, like so. And then I'm going to spray it with a bit of water. You see how it's activated the ink on the block? And then I'm going to pop it down the side here. Pull this down a little bit. Now this is just normal cardstock, nothing fancy. Pop it down and then hopefully we'll get a nice... Just leave the card to drink the ink a little bit, okay? Try and keep it straight. Excuse my head. Like so. You see how you're going to get a lovely textured piece there. And when you pull it off, look at that. Oh, nice, right? So let's do it again. And you'll get a different look every time you put it down. And this time, I'm going to, shall we leave a gap? Let's leave a gap. Let's make it a little bit shorter this time. And let the ink drink into that cardstock. Now, it is just general cardstock, so it'll be full of chalk, which means it'll love anything moisture. It'll drink it really fast. So let's have a look here. 2. Ink, ink, ink. Now, you don't have to use an ink pad as bright as what I've used here, but I'm going with it because that's all I have. What's that? People are so funny. Beth Kingston had somebody leave her a bad review because they got too many stickers in. That's what we call a funny onion. A funny onion. Do you know what? I got a bad review because it never turned up. She never got it, it got lost. So I got a bad review for that. So I know how that feels. Listen, we're only human. So let's do the next one. And this time we'll go back in a little bit shorter. And they don't have to be straight. You know, you can do them crisscross down. We're just creating a little funny onion. We're just creating a little bit of a nice background here because we're going to do something. I don't know what yet, but, you know, I'm sure it'll look cool. And then one more across the bottom. You can change up the colour as well. Maybe we could go from this end in. You know, so they're not all coming on the left. Listen, it's a piece of card. If it don't work, it'll go in bin. So we've had our nice own creative background. So cool, right? Obviously, you do not need to do yours as dark as that. I'll clean my block. They're all in stock, I think, yep. I'm going to try and get them to HSN. I just need to get bigger. Get bigger and then I can bring more. Although, yeah, that's it. So we have a nice background. I mean, come on, look at that. I'm just going to give that a blast off real quick with my gun. She says, no, she's not, because she hasn't got a gun. In my TV bag. I've been on UK TV, you see. So there we go. So I'll just leave that as is. Now, papers. Look at this already. Now, let's see if papers. See if we've got something that... Oh, look at this, guys. Let's do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to panel it. As you can see, we craft on the go. Don't forget to like and share. Thanks, Shanna. Super kind. Right, let's cut this one. So I'm going to do a nice pretty panel. And I like this tree, so we'll keep this tree in focus. Let's do maybe a 1-inch panel. Could do it straight down centre. Straight down. Like so. Now that blue is like so gary, it's looking at me crazy. Absolutely looking at me crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push it back with a white ink pad. See, you're learning alt trade here, aren't you? So I've got my white ink pad and I'm just going to take my white ink pad. I'm just going to push it back. So I'm just going to tap, tap, tap and hopefully just take it back. There you go. Can you see the difference? Take it, push it right back. Like, you are far too bright. You're ruining my work. So off you go. Now I feel a bit better about it. I've got a little bit of ink on there as well. Just a little bit though, but it's okay. Let's just clean this. Make sure you dry yours off with your gun. Yeah. Marlene says, what did you use to get those blocks? Just acrylic blocks, sweetheart, inked and sprayed with water and then put onto the paper. Just pull the cursor back of this video and you'll be able to see me do it, darling. We always, if I do cut 2 cards, we always like to say at the end which was the favourite. So you'll have to let me know which was your favourite. So you see now our panel here has got this like little bit of warm vintage. Well, then this is like a harsh, stark white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some vintage around the edge just to push back the white just a little bit. So let's just get some cardstock here. And this is just the cool part about craft. You know, some of the best cards are made from going for it. I'm just going to add a little bit of, just a tiny bit, nothing too much. Push it back a little bit. And then at the end, you can say which card was your favourite. Are you an inky type of crafter? Are you a paper type of crafter? A clean and simple crafter? You'll have to let me know what you all are. She's reading the comments and missed the technique, don't you worry. So now we've got that like warmer tone. It's pushed that white back on there as well. But it hasn't come together properly yet, guys. So this will go onto here. We'll go onto here. Maybe should have used like a powder blue. And then I'm going to take my mount again. But let me just have a look in my patterned paper, because let's just see. I'm not loving the blocks at the back. They're too dark for me. So I'm going to, oh my. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm just seeing if we've got like a bit of a, the red is going to clash, I feel. Look at those cute birds. So there's nothing in the paper. I've probably already used it because, like I say, this is my HSN set. Let's have a look. Let's go back to here and see if there's something we can cut out of here. The bird is going to look awesome, but would look awesome, wouldn't he? But I have actually used the bird in this card, so I can't really use him again. We need to change it up, guys. The tree, no. Dag, I can't cut them out, they're too difficult. Now we're talking. Right. So let me cut this real quick. So the way that I fussy cut is like this. Everybody laughs at the way I fussy cut, but honestly, it's absolutely fine. So I don't really move my scissors. The cardstock is moving and twizzling in my hand. And I don't faff with all of the like little curly twirly bits. I just take the breast of the image and the things that are a little bit easier to cut, like there, I will skip that piece there. So I'm moving the card and not so much my hand. So this is what's going to push that blue block, what we did just there, back a little bit, because it's still a little bit prominent. So it'll all depend on what type of ink pad you use, guys, and what sort of effect you're going to get. If you use a really light colour, you're going to get those lovely textures and layers in the back. In a light formation, so you won't have to maybe push it back like I had to with the white ink pad. So just bear that in mind. And like I say, I am here as the guinea pig. So if I do it and it ends up a mess, then you know not to do it at home, which happens quite often, guys, actually. So this is my attempt to sort of like disguise some of those blue blocks at the back a little bit with a beautiful floral. So we have the tree, and I'm going to panel the tree, and then I'm going to bring this sort of like round a little bit. Maybe I might just put that on the complete edge. I'm not sure yet. This is the beauty of it, isn't it? Let's pop it. Pop it in the centre. No. I think I'm going to go like that. So let me just measure. I'll just cut this in my guillotine. Love this technique, must try it. Yeah, don't just think it has to be used with this collection. If you've got inky stencils and amazing sort of like background stamps and textures and layers, looks amazing with your layering stencils and dies. You know, when you cut them out and lay them over the textured background, it looks blooming awesome, guys. So don't think it has to be used one-dimensionally, just like I've used it there. Super, super easy. So let's get this card put together. So I'll put, now make sure you dry your inky thing, because I haven't got my gun. Make sure you dry yours though. And if you edge with your ink pad as well around the edge, that'll stand tall and proud as well. Love seeing the design process, says Liz. Oh, yeah, I think I like to do this. I prefer to do this, and then you get to see, does it work? Did I pick the right coloured ink pad? Am I punching? Am I trying to be better than I actually am? So it's always good to just see the process from start to finish, because sometimes people make things look really easy as well, and sometimes they're actually not, and they've taken a long time. Well, at least you get to see, is it something I'm willing to put time and effort into doing? Is it a card that I like and want to try? You know, is it my style, or is it going to push my boundaries? Am I going to try something new today? So we like those sorts of cards, don't we? Now I'm going to pop this right at the edge here. So it's sort of like, I think I might go flat. What I am going to do though is, before we do that, let's sort of elevate this a little bit, because it's all looking super duper flat. So I'm going to take a piece of black, and I'm going to give this piece an edge of black. So I'm going to stick this onto here, just so it pops a little bit, because it's all looking a little bit flat at the minute. And it's just going to punch the edge of that side with a little bit of detail just down that side there. You see? Give that a second to grab. Now that the girls in the US can see how to use Tony's products, I know Tony's sales are going to go up even further. Oh, hopefully you like them. Listen, just because I'm here, there's no pressure to buy my product. Honestly, the inspiration is what matters as well. And if you can take the inspiration and you use it with somebody else's products, that's okay too, right? You're crafting. We're all doing what we love. So I'll just cut this out of this black here. Like so. So now we've got this light border here. Can you see, just with that black edge just on one side? So when you come to pop it on, can you see now it sort of stands proud, which is just a little bit better. Maybe you could use craft to make it stand proud if you want to. It's totally personal preference. So I'll just stick this down here. Look at the state of my hands here. Mucky pup. Yeah, well, that's why I'm here, guys. Until I start getting more time. Even when I get more airtime, I'm still going to do this, though. So it don't really matter. It don't really matter. I'm here for the long haul. You're not getting rid of me. So we'll stick that down there. And then this piece here, just going to sort of like, just give it a little bit of texture. And then we'll think about placement, and then where are my pre-printed words? And that is pretty much the card. Nothing too complicated here, guys. Not today, anyway. Not for the first show. Not for the first show. So, merry and bright, I'm going for this time. I'm just going to cut this. And again, we'll do what we did with our last sentiment, yeah? We'll use scissors. We'll make it a little bit vintage and we'll stick it on. I do like the little arched sentiments. I just think it elevates it a little bit. Not too big of an arch. We don't want cards that look like cakes, of course, but... Love this, Tony. Did not know to just add ink to this. Oh, so that's like that. And then we can start to position where we want to think about how you want this to look, guys. I'm a huge fan of sentiments being connected. You'll see that as we go through the Tuesdays. But so think about how you want it to look. And oh, that looks okay, doesn't it? We'll go with that. I'm not going to pad because I know we like the flat cards because it costs, doesn't it, for you? I will pad sometimes, but today we'll just go flat. So I'll stick that there. Don't forget to pinch the ends. And if you want to as well, make it, as I showed you earlier, just take your blending, you know, just get rid of any ugly white edges or whatever you want to do. So you've got a lovely tree telling a story, then you've got that there. But then also you have your fillers as well. So if you've got any spare fillers and you want to pack it out, you've got a lot of blue and you're trying to hide it. Like that is just brilliant. That is just hiding that awful dark blue. They're not the right colour, but you get the idea, right? And then this can just go half on and half off. So I'm going to put a pad behind this one if I've got any. Have I got any? Yeah. Let's put a little wee pad behind this. We'll have this one raised. So make sure you pick an ink pad that's not super bright like mine. Maybe get the ink pad and do a little swatch on one of the papers to, like, in fact, thinking about it, guys, those blocks with that colour would have looked amazing in the vintage, wouldn't it? So ink up the block in a vintage colour, maybe you get a totally different look. So let's just make this, put a pad on this sentiment. And just get my ink and just vintage that up a little bit, hey? Go about there. And there we have it. It don't look too bad, guys. We managed to push a lot of the blue back. I probably would have hidden a lot more of the blue if I'd have had the right foliage, you know, just to fill it out a little bit more, but the colour's going to cause it to look like somebody's been sick on it. So we're not going to go down that path. But there we go, two cards. Two completely different cards. One we're using the inks and one just using exactly the kit as it comes. If you've got a little twine bow, tie a little twine bow and then get some glue and just tuck a little twine bow maybe under here or in here or just up here somewhere, and it just sort of like give it a whole new lease of life. Question, is those paper packs available on HSN? I don't see them. Yes, darling, these papers are on HSN and the code is on a piece of paper. Here we go. There we go. 936031, and it's a full complete kit. So you get two 7x7s, two die sets, some pre-printed words and some painted mounts as well. So there we go, guys. That is the show. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay all of the lay some of the samples on here, and then I'll go to the overhead and you can have a good look at those and you can screen grab them should you wish, if you like them. But that in effect is the end of the show. Did you enjoy it? Do you want me to come back? You're like, no, don't bother. Don't waste your time, Tony. Listen, I'll be here every week, whether you're here or not, right? Oh, bless you. So, thanks for bringing new life to Tuesdays. Oh, that's made me very happy, Stephanie. New life to Tuesdays. We should call it something like Tuesday Takedown. Tuesday Takedown. Something crazy like that, right? Please come back. Yes, come back. Okay, next week then, same time, same place. And I'll have a look on HSN and see what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get through the Christmas stuff because we're coming to the latter end of that. So we'll get the Christmas stuff out of the way. As soon as we've got the Christmas stuff out of the way, we'll probably move on to fall, Halloween, hopefully next week. Fingers crossed that'll all be available for you all as well. So stay tuned. If you've enjoyed the show, will you pop a comment in the social media page? And that would be awesome. So I will love you all and leave you all, guys. I'll lay all of the cards out on here for you, and I will catch you all next week. So whatever you're doing, have a lovely evening, and I really appreciate you coming along for my first show. Next week, show number 2. I'll see you all later, guys. Take care. Bye.